Juliana broke the news of her pregnancy with her friends, and they were so happy for her. Christina thought to herself, a perfect opportunity to strike is here. She told Juliana that she would be coming in from time to time to help her with house chores. One day, Christina decided to buy 3 takeout meals. One for herself, one for Alex, and one for Juliana. She went to visit Juliana's house. Once upon a time, in the beautiful city of Lagos in Nigeria, there lived 3 close and inseparable friends. Their names are Christina, Juliana, and Blessing. These 3 women shared an unbreakable bond, and they are being mistaken as sisters because of how close they were. They are beautiful and hardworking. They were not poor and they were not rich. They spent their weekends bonding, gisting, and having fun. Despite being successful, they were all single, with only unserious boyfriends who were not ready to commit to a serious relationship. Despite their age, none of them had found a husband. They often joked about being content with their single status, but deep down, each of them longed for companionship and love. Christina, Juliana, and Blessing would often fantasize about their dream weddings and the perfect partners they hoped to find one day. Juliana, the richest of the group, had a secret side hustle that brought in a significant amount of money for her. However, she acted as if she was struggling like the rest of her friends. She didn't want them to know about her wealth because she feared they would treat her differently. Juliana had been in many relationships, but none of the men wanted to settle down with her. Feeling hopeless, she decided to give love a chance with a man from the next town who she met when she went to the market one day. The man assisted her when she was carrying a lot of heavy loads, and he had a kind heart that captivated Juliana's heart. He was poor but educated, and within few months they fell deeply in love. Determined to make their relationship work, Juliana used her wealth to transform her boyfriend's life. She bought him nice clothes, groomed him, and helped him become presentable to her friends. She didn't want them to mock her for being with a poor man. Juliana spent a lot of time and effort ensuring that Alex, her boyfriend, appeared sophisticated and successful. She coached him on etiquette, introduced him to influential people in the society, and even helped him polish his speech. She did all this in the hopes that her friends would accept him and see him as a suitable partner for her. After years of longing for companionship and love, Juliana's dream finally came true as she walked down the aisle to marry Alex in a lavish wedding ceremony. The event was filled with opulence and extravagance, leaving Juliana's friend with envy. She had achieved what they all desired, that is, finding a husband. The wedding was a talk of the town, with every detail planned and executed to perfection. Guests marveled at the grandeur of the decorations, the food, and the stunning outfit worn by the bride and the groom. Following the grand celebration, Juliana proudly introduced Alex to her friend. As they exchanged pleasantries, Juliana's friend couldn't help but admire Alex's charm and good looks. They showered him with compliments, acknowledging his undeniable cuteness. Despite their envy, Juliana's friend couldn't deny the happiness radiating from her and Alex. They wished her well, although with a tinge of jealousy lingering in their hearts. Little did they know that behind the face of Juliana's seemingly perfect life lay a web of secrets and deception. When Juliana bought a new mansion, she told a friend that it belonged to her wealthy husband. She wanted to keep up appearances and maintain an image as a rich man's wife. Whenever Juliana bought herself expensive gifts like cars, beautiful clothes, she claimed a man had bought them for her. Her friends believed her because they didn't know about her secret side hustle. Despite all her lies, Juliana felt guilty every time for deceiving her friends. She wished she could tell them the truth, but she was afraid of losing their friendship, so she continued living a double life, pretending to be someone she wasn't, all for the sake of fitting in with her friends. She often lay awake at night, contemplating the web of lies she had spun and wondering if she would ever have the courage to come clean. Feeling uncomfortable with Juliana's constant bragging about her supposed wealthy husband, Christina began to envy her friend's lifestyle. She also longed for a man who could spoil her with luxury and shower her with expensive gifts, just like Juliana's husband did for her every time. Christina's mind was consumed with thoughts of wealth and luxury, and she couldn't help but compare her life to Juliana's seemingly perfect one. Unable to bear the jealousy any longer, Christina decided to take matters into her own hands. So she traveled to her village to seek the help of her mother, who was known for her knowledge of traditional remedies and potions. Christina confided in her mother about her friend and her desire to have Juliana's husband all to herself, along with the lavish lifestyle he provided Juliana. She begged her mother to take her to someone who could prepare a love potion, hoping it will make Juliana's husband fall in love with her instead. Despite her mother's warnings about the consequences of tampering with love, Christina was determined to go through with her plan. She believed that once she had Juliana's husband to herself, she would finally experience the life of luxury she had always dreamed of. Christina's mother reluctantly agreed to take her to a renowned herbalist known for his powerful concoctions. They journeyed deep inside the village, where they sought out the herbalist. Upon meeting him, Christina pleaded with him to create a love potion that would make Juliana's husband fall madly in love with her. The herbalist, sensing Christina's desperation, warned her of the potential consequences of using such a potion. He told her that no one should see the love potion, or else she would go crazy. He also said she must keep giving the potion to Juliana's husband every day, mixed in his food until it's all finished. This will make him love Christina more and more each day. But there was a scary part. If Christina ever stopped giving him the potion, she would lose her mind and run mad, and Juliana's husband would regain his senses. Despite the risks, Christina was determined to use the potion to make Juliana's husband, Alex, love her and live the luxurious life she dreamed of. So Christina took the love potion and promised to follow the herbalist's instruction carefully. She knew it was risky, but she was willing to do anything to get what she wanted. Little did she know that her actions would have serious consequences for everyone involved. With the potion in her hand, Christina returned to the city, her heart racing with joy and anticipation. She knew that once she administered the potion to Alex, it would be hers, and she would finally experience the life of luxury she had always wanted. Unfortunately, Christina was unaware that Alex, Juliana's husband, didn't own any property himself. Everything they had belonged to Juliana. Alex had no wealth or possessions of his own. He relied entirely on Juliana for financial support and stability. Juliana had worked hard for her wealth through a secret side hustle, but she kept this information hidden from her friends, including Christina. This meant that Christina's plan to win over Alex for his supposed wealth was based on false assumptions. As Juliana's relationship with her husband, Alex, continued to blossom, they received exciting news that filled their hearts with joy. Juliana was expecting a baby. This news brought them even more closer together, strengthening their bond as they eagerly waited for the arrival of their little one. Filled with gratitude for Alex's presence in her life and the happiness it brought her, Juliana vowed to love his husband for eternity. She cherished every moment spent with him, knowing that their love would only deepen with the addition of their child. As they prepared for parenthood together, Juliana and Alex shared dreams of building a loving and nurturing home for their growing family. Their love story, once filled with secrets and deception, now blossomed into a beautiful journey of love, commitment, and the promise of a bright future ahead. Juliana broke the news of her pregnancy with her friends, and they were so happy for her. Christina thought to herself, a perfect opportunity to strike is here. She told Juliana that she would be coming in from time to time to help her with house chores. One day, Christina decided to buy 3 takeout meals, one for herself, one for Alex, and one for Juliana. She went to visit Juliana's house, hoping to carry out her plan, but discovered that Juliana was not at home as she had gone out. This made her happy because it would be very easy for her to carry out her plans. Seeing Alex at home, Christina seized the opportunity to execute her plan. She asked Alex why he wasn't at work, and he replied that he planned to go later but wanted to eat first. Christina then told him that she had brought food for them to celebrate her recent purchase of land during her visit to the village. Alex mentioned that Juliana had already prepared food, but Christina managed to convince him to try the meal she bought. Eventually, Alex agreed and went to the kitchen to get plates. Christina poured the meal into the plates he had brought. She then asked Alex to get some water, providing her with a perfect opportunity to add the love potion unnoticed. Her heart pounded as she stirred it in, her hands trembling with both excitement and fear. Just as she was stirring the food, Alex returned with the water. Christina handed him his plate, watching intently as he took his first bite. She felt a rush of joy, triumph, certain that her plan was unfolding perfectly. But then, something unexpected happened. Alex, after taking a few bites, suddenly stopped and looked at Christina with a puzzled expression. "Christina, this tastes different. Did you add something to it?" he asked, a hint of suspicion in his voice.